to VINNY'S Aquatics. It's good to see you, all my fishy friends, and thank you for all your support. It means a lot to me. But let's get to the subject. Today, I want to talk about a subject that bothers all of us. We've all been through it. We might be going through it now, especially if you have a new tank. What I'm talking about is cloudy water. I cannot tell you how much cloudy water gets on my nerves. You can have a beautiful tank, you can have all the best equipment, and still cloudy water, especially if it's a new tank. People come over, they look at you, they go, "What's wrong with your tank? Why is it so cloudy?" Well, you can tell them there's many causes of cloudy water, and there's many ways to fix it. They're not going to want to listen. But you're probably going to want to listen. So what we're going to do now is we're going to break down the causes and the cures for cloudy water. And what I do, a little DIY trick I learned, how to get my water crystal clear in every tank, every time. So let's go and let's see what we can do about this cloudy water problem. If you see you have white or grayish cloudy water, some of the reasons that might happen: one is your gravel residue, especially if it's a new tank. Well, only if it's a new tank, or you add a new substrate. Not rinsing your gravel properly. They say they're pre-rinsed when they come in the bag sometimes, but don't believe that. You're better off just pouring it into a nice fine mesh colander or something you can strain it through, even a net if you're doing a small tank, and just run water through it till it runs clear. That's going to help you a lot with that. And when you pour your water into your tank to fill it up the first time, if you have the substrate in it, just put a bowl down or a plate or something to break up that water so it doesn't stir the bottom all up and make your water all cloudy. Thank you for watching. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and share this video. Now, if that doesn't help and doesn't solve the problem, your next most likely cause is probably you have high levels of phosphate, silicates, other heavy metals. To combat this problem, what you want to do a water change. And then you can also use water conditioner like Prime or any other water conditioner, but I prefer Prime. Now, you might want to test your tap water just to see. And if you're having a high pH problem because of this, you might want to switch to an RO water system. You can either get RO water already jugged up by your fish store, or here at Walmart, very reasonably priced RODI water system. I try not to recommend chemicals to put in your tank, so some natural ways to lower your pH. You can add almond leaves, you can add some driftwood, you can add some peat moss. But if you're looking for a long-term solution and you don't want your water turning brown, and just get yourself an RO system. They're not that expensive, and you'll be set, especially if you have a saltwater tank. So take a look at that. The next type of cloudy water, it's the one we all get. It's called bacterial bloom. You're going to say, "Vinny, what's bacterial bloom?" Well, that's like when you set up your tank, in about a week, even a month later, it's going to seem all cloudy because your bacteria is blooming. It's out of control. This isn't unusual during cycling. And don't panic. Don't get worried. It's not going to hurt your fish. But you still want to get rid of that cloudiness. So what you're going to do, again, is do some water changes. You're going to vacuum your gravel. Not just the water when you do a water change. Vacuum, get in that gravel and get everything out of there. Don't leave any waste. Don't leave any byproducts. Get in that gravel and do it the right way. And also, you probably got to cut back on your feeding. you're probably feeding fish a little too much, a little too soon, and the bacterial colony isn't ready for that much of a bioload, because we all overfeed our fish because we love how it looks when they eat. But pretty much cut down on the feeding. Also, I don't like chemicals, but in this instance, you can use a water clarifier. You can put, say, Clarity in there, or this brand here, which I recommend. I got it from my local fish store. It works wonders for me. Another thing, make sure you have enough filtration. As far as I'm concerned, whatever it says on the box, double it. Try to have at least double, triple, as much filtration as you can have. That's going to solve a lot of your problems. Have proper filtration. Now what I do when I have these problems, I'm going to give you a little hint right now, a little trick, something I've learned. I make a DIY bottle filter. Basically, I take an empty bottle, water bottle, cut the bottom off, put some fine filter floss in there, and attach it to the bottom of a power head. And that thing sucks up everything, all the fine particulates. Use a fine mesh when you put the floss in there. Don't go with the coarse. It's not going to do what you want. And same thing with your filters. Make sure you have coarse and fine in your filters. That way you get all types of particulates out of your water. That'll help make it crystal clear. But if you don't like the look, or you're not into DIY, here's a few water polishers, they're called, that you can get right at any place, online, your local fish store. Even the big box stores have these. Get a water polisher. That's what you're going to want. Now you see people, they get green water. Green water from algae growth. I know you've seen it. Now this one isn't as easy to get rid of. It's probably a result. Probably got too much light on your tank. Your tank's in direct sunlight. You're leaving the light on too long. It's going to cause a lot of algae problems. Now, what happens is you have excess nutrients. You got too much phosphates, too much nitrates. That also feeds the algae. Now, water change will help. And also make sure you don't have any dead fish in your aquarium, because phosphates, they confirm decaying matter. Could be rotten food. It could be a dead fish just somewhere you can't see it. So try to get in there when you do your water change. Like I said, gravel back that out. Make sure there's nothing dead in there. And I would check the water from your source. And probably go with try to go with RO water again. Now, overfilter tanks. Definitely overfilter a tank like this. And one thing you can use that will definitely help is a UV sterilizer. You don't need a really big one. Just one for your tank. It's going to help knock out that algae. Another thing you can do is you cover the tank. Cover the tank for a couple. Just cover it. Put a blanket over it. Whatever. Just cover it. Try to keep the light out from it. And do your water changes to get that matter out of your water column. Those are probably the most important things you can do. Green water, it's not bad for your fish. Another thing, you don't have to worry, it's not bad for your fish. And certain fish, they actually love having all that algae. But, we don't like it as hobbyists. Who wants to look into a tank and you can't even see your fish? I've showed some examples. So, you really want to cut down on the light on this one. That's the big problem. The last one I can come up with is brown water. Now, some people like brown water. It's a very natural look. Some people go in their ponds, and some people just paludariums, vivariums. They love that look. But what brown water is, it's a result of too much tannins leaching out from the wood that you have in your tank. It's brown water. Some people don't like that either. So what I recommend is just trying some fake wood. and make some really realistic fake wood right now. Or put a little carbon in your filter, get a little Purigen, something like that, even though it's a pain in the butt, and just deal with it, because you're probably never going to really get all that brown out as long as you have live wood in your tank. So that's how you get cloudy water, and those are the best ways that I found to deal with it. If you have any other ideas or know any other ways you get cloudy water, do me a favor, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, because I'm pretty sure I don't know everything about this. I'm just a guy on the internet. That's all I got for this one. I hope I did a decent job. I hope you enjoyed some of it as much as I enjoyed making it. Hopefully we all learned something. Now, I'll see you very soon with another video on another subject. If you got any ideas, drop one in the comments. I got about 10 I'm working on right now. I'm kind of manic about it. But I'm so glad you're here to watch this. I'll see you next time on VINNY'S Aquatics. Peace.